Hello everyone, Jeremy here with our first ever review on our channel. The review is for none other than Pokemon Omega Ruby. I waited for it to be exactly a month after its release, so I had some topics to talk about. I have yet to play some parts of the game, such as the contests, but this is my personal review on the game and everything that I've discovered within the game. Lastly, these are my opinions, these are not facts, so try not to take it too hard. Also, I wanted to note that this is my first review ever, so comment down below if I did a good job or what I need to improve on. Remember to like this video and share with your friends if you enjoyed it, and without further ado, let's get it on. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. My favorite gen from Pokemon is Gen 2, but when I heard there was a remake for Gen 3, I about flipped my shit. There's so many small and big changes in this game that I thought I would talk about each change individually, so here we go. Starting intro. When I first started up this game, I was really expecting the same opening from Gen 3 game I've played, but I got something much more enjoyable. I'll let the video speak for itself. There's nothing left to say for this. This is one of my favorite intros to a game I've played to date, and as soon as I saw the graphics from the original game in this game, it blew my mind. I love it! Mirage spots. Mirage spots were always cool, and I don't know 100% how these appear, but I'll try my best to explain them. They're first off some Mirage spots of legendary Pokemon, while using the Eon Flute to fly on Latios or Latias, depending on your version of the game. I'm certain you have to beat the Elite Four for this to happen, by the way. There are some cool requirements to get these Pokemon, including max happiness of 3 Pokemon on your team, a legendary obtained from one version of the game, plus another legendary obtained from the other version of the game will unlock another legendary Mirage spot, having a level 100 on your team, etc. Then there are Mirage spots that are just Mirage Islands, forests, or caves. These Mirage spots are randomly generated every single day. You can get even more spots by opening your game to Street Pass to get Mirage locations from other games with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Song remixes. If you know me with my video games, you know 2 things. 1, Wind Waker is the best video game to date. 2, I love my music. They remade so many songs in this game, which I guess I really wasn't expecting it to be that great, but they were. The nostalgia feels on all of them were fantastic. One song that I loved the best from this game has to be the Wally theme, where you face your rival Wally right before entering the Elite Four. In the previous version of this game, you're actually supposed to face Wally with the exact same trainer battle from any normal trainer battle, really. But instead, in this version, well, you get this. Best song in this game by far, and added so much emotion on your final battle with Wally. Safari Zone. Why is there no Safari Balls? I want my Safari Balls! When entering the Safari Zone in this game, you pay no money. You also obtain no Safari Balls, which means you're forced to use your balls you've obtained through the game. No more bait thrown, no more Pokeblocks, no more rare Pokemon with Pokeblocks, no more rocks thrown, nothing! It's just another area. In one way it's good, so you don't have to keep going in and out to obtain all the Pokemon, but I guess it was a little weird for me, seeming as though it was the first time they've done something like this. Pokenav. They made the Pokenav from Gen 3 from being useless to being really helpful. There are multiple devices found on the Pokenav, so I'll explain each individually. Area Nav. Area Nav is the map portion of the Pokenav, but much more. You can use it to see all Pokemon you have caught in all areas of the game. You can also find where all your secret bases are located, where all your berries you planted are located, and even trainers awaiting a rematch. BuzzNav. Personally, I've never used the BuzzNav, but what I'm getting from it is that it's used to open up Street Pass. PlayNav. The PlayNav has everything your previous device on Pokemon X and Y had, which is super training for people who want their Pokemon EV trained, Pokemon AMI, or AMI, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it, to make your Pokemon more friendly, and of course the online option to trade and battle with your friends and people all over the world. DexNav. Holy shit! Oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's so good. Literally, it's amazing. I can't. The DexNav has to be one of my favorite things from this game. If you enjoy catching all the Pokemon in this game, this is the device for you. It will save you so much time. The DexNav will let you know all the Pokemon you've caught in the area you're in. There will be shadow figures of a Pokemon spray if you've seen the Pokemon but not caught it in that area. You can touch the screen and it will tell you if you need to catch more Pokemon in the area or if you've actually caught every single Pokemon in that area. But my absolute favorite part of the DexNav is the sneaking ability. You can touch your DexNav when a red magnifying glass is on it. It will show you the Pokemon that you have to sneak up on. Depending how many times you have encountered the Pokemon, it will tell you what Pokemon it is, what item it's holding, its type, first move, and the level. The more you spot said Pokemon, the search level of the Pokemon will go up. Pokedex. The Pokedex was in need of an update, and the update they did was simple yet super effective. On the top screen, it shows you mini sprites of the Pokemon you have encountered, and those sprites will light up if you've caught them, and if they are dimmed, it means you haven't caught them, but you've seen them. It's much easier than flipping through your Pokedex to see which Pokemon need to be caught, or which Pokemon you have caught. Elite Four. There's not much to say about this really, except for the one thing that's a really big change in it is the appearance. The appearance of each encounter with every Elite Four member was also memorable, especially Steven's door. So goddamn cool. Credits. Another thing that has never been done before in any Pokemon game I've played is you actually get to battle during the credits. Well, I guess it's after the credits, really. Before you are shown the end screen, you have a chat with May or Brennan, depending on what gender you picked as your character. It's an easy win, but I just found it very strange that you actually get to have a battle before the end screen in the Pokemon game. It was pretty awesome. Breeding. There's been another spot for breeding in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I'll walk you through it now. Confused? Anyways, you use the Eon Flute or you fly to the Battle Resort. You have to beat the game to do this, by the way. Go all the way into this corner right here, and what you're going to want to do is hold up on the D-pad. And if you can see that, you just keep on going. There's no need to change direction of your thumb on the D-pad, you just keep holding it up, or a simple trick as in Lumio City in Pokemon X and Y. Put a dime underneath your little analog stick here. Back to the review. There's also another daycare in the game, so that means 4 Pokemon can be in the daycare at once, or so I believe. To be honest, I've never tried this, and it would be great if someone could confirm this in the comments section below. Onward to breeding, you can also change the style of music being played on the Battle Resort where you breed. It's amazing while I'm hatching eggs I can be listening to Wally's theme. So good! Battle points. I like what they did with the battle points in this game. Before I talk about that though, I should mention that there is in fact the Battle Mason in Pokemon Omega Ruby, just like in Pokemon X and Y. They actually say in the game that the building is an exact replica of the X and Y series, which is what I found kind of funny actually. But on the topic of battle points, they're not only used for competitive items now, but are also used for multiple competitive moves being tutored to your Pokemon. Moves like Trick Room, Stealth Rock, and Knockoff can be bought from move tutors on the Battle Resort. Legendaries. Thank you, Game Freak. Most legendaries were very hard to obtain in Pokemon X and Y, because you could only obtain certain legendaries in Heart Gold or Pokemon Pearl. Well, now they give you a vast majority of legendaries from Pokemon Black and White, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Pokemon Pearl and Diamond, making the 100% completion of the Pokedex nearly possible. Delta Episode. The story of this game follows the same as the other games, but there is what's known as a Delta Episode that you can play through after beating the game. In the Delta Episode, we realize that there is an asteroid heading for planet Earth and is said to destroy the Hoenn region. The people at the Moss Deep Space Station come up with a solution to try and take the asteroid and place it somewhere else with the meteor found at the volcano. We are then accompanied by Zinnia, who thinks otherwise. Zinnia is part of the Draconoids and believes the way to get rid of asteroid is by summoning the Great Rayquaza and making it Mega Evolve to destroy the asteroid and save mankind. I won't give anything else away really, but just know that this is incredibly fun as an after-game content. Mega Evolutions. Obviously, there was new Mega Evolutions introduced into Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And those include Mega Pidgeot, Mega Slowbro, Mega Steelix, Mega Sceptile, Mega Swampert, Mega Sableye, Mega Sharpedo, Mega Camerupt, Mega Altaria, Mega Glalie, Mega Glade, Mega Diancie, Mega Salamence, Mega Metagross, Mega Latios and Latias, Mega Lopunny, Mega Audino, Primal Kyogre, and Groudon, Mega Rayquaza, and of course Mega Beedrill, which I got a shiny of, and you can see that reaction here. Here are some honorable mentions that are small updates but are still worth being mentioned. Ladders. Shows your characters physically going up and down a ladder. Downsides are semi-long animation to do so, and you can't stop in the middle of going up or down a ladder. Getting the Devon goods is much easier, seeming as though you don't have to use Flash. Speaking of Flash, it's not used in the game at all, probably because it's a TM now and not really an HM. You can take your fossil to the person Rusto Burrow, and instead of having to leave the company, the screen fades to black, and the professor comes back and gives you your fossil Pokemon. You can have the Mac and Acro bike at the same time by just advertising your bikes. There's no need for Fly in this game, seeming as though you can use the Eon Flute and fly everywhere on the whole entire Hoenn map with your Latios or Latias. The underwater looks much nicer in this game, and you get scuba gear obtained right before you're able to use dive, so it's actually semi-realistic. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my review on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Hopefully there's gonna be a Delta Emerald soon, wink wink. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something important.
It's hair! It's not a hat! I swear to God, it is not a hat! Look at the sprite! It's hair! That is not a hat! Why'd they change it to a hat? It's so dumb! God!
Hey, thanks for watching. If you would be so kind as to hit that like button, that would be really appreciated. This took me a very long time to edit, and I gotta say, it was really fun to do, and hope you guys like it. Leave a comment below saying if I did a good job or a bad job, and see you guys in the next video.